Hello, and what is going on, gamers, moneymakers, and also YouTubers? My name is Green Gaming, and welcome back to Gran Turismo Sport. This is going to be a little bit of a different upload. As you can see, I am not currently driving. Basically, I got inspiration to do this by Super GT. He does a lot of these daily races, and I thought I might as well delve into it myself. So these are basically going to be daily race A, B, and C. Today's daily race A, on January 15th, 2021, featured the Mitsubishi GTOs at the Circuit de la South with the no chicane, so... Standing start, 12 people. I started 10th out of 12 because I decided, you know what? I'm going to start further back and see if I can make our way to the front. We'll see how much I do, but keep that in mind. So as you can see, here we go. I get a... I wouldn't say a decent start, I just got a... I don't know. As you can see, already ahead of me, we have a bunch of people fanning out 3-4 wide. As you can see, I tried to stick it in the inside. This is probably going to cost me over here, because as you can see, there I am right there. I get bumped in my right rear, and that causes me to get a little bit loose. I save it though, and we keep on going, I guess. Here we are, down through the S's, underneath the Dunlop Bridge, and here I get another little love tap, as you can see right there. Causes me to go sideways. Deja vu time there. I save it though, but I'm unfortunately negated down to 10th. Slight tap of the brakes, heading into the kink, and here we are down the long Mulsanne Straight. Now, being that everybody is so bunched up together, I have noticed that, as you can see here, we have a bunch of single files, but you can see people starting to jump out because they have that massive draft. And as you can see, I'm being shuffled out of the order, basically. Guy in 11's going to look to my right, basically, and he's going to get help from the guy in 12th, and that basically just leaves me down to dust. But, well, it is what it is. Nissan GTO is looking mighty fine, not going to lie. Especially during this time of day, but here we go, I get shuffled out of line. Guy goes up in front of me and pretty much stops my momentum of any that I had, and that just gives the guy to my right the inside line heading into this kink. Now, we are also on Sport Hards, and as you can probably tell, these cars, N400s, Sport Hards, they're going to take a long to stop, so as you can see, I started braking way early. Because I knew there was going to be carnage ahead of me, and speaking of which, we already have 1, 2, 3, 4 cars off into the gravel, one spin around actually. And there you go, from last pace, past the Mulsanne corner, I have now been, I guess, upgraded to position number 12. And here I'm going to look to the inside of position 6 on the right side. Now we are going to head past, I think, the place where the Mercedes CLR crashed, I think. It was over here. Oh, yep, I was just past that kink, underneath the Toyota Hybrid. Here we go. Again, heavy braking. I give the guy ahead of me a little bit of a tap, and I get a little bit of a tap from behind, and that results to me getting into 6th place. 3 cars head off into the sand trap, and I'm now promoted up to 4th place. And here I am going to look up to the inside of 3rd. And I actually think I'm going to stick it. Yes, I am. Here we go. From 10th place all the way from 10th to 12th to the podium with... I don't know how many sectors are left. And as you can see, just fantastic... I wouldn't say close racing. Or clean racing at that, but... Anyway, here we go through the Porsche curves, and now we are basically leaving the streets, I would say, of France, and heading back to heading back onto dedicated racetrack. you see a guy right behind me tap the outside wall, I have no idea. But as you can see, I look to the inside of second place because I can see he has a bad turn in, and I get the pass done on the outside. I don't know if he's flashing his lights in displeasure or if he's trying to distract me, but there I go. Into second. Heading into the Ford chicanes, I think these are called. And for some reason, the guy right behind me in third, as you can see, absolutely cuts the corner. Doesn't get a penalty, which shocks me, and I get a podium position from 10th. Not my greatest, but it is what it is. Also, at this point, if you can already imagine, my jaw was to the floor. And here we are, heading on to, that was Daily Race A. And now we're heading to Daily Race B. It is going to be Group 3's Racing Mediums at Dragon Trail Gardens 2. Now I decided prior to racing in this is that I was going to basically, well, since the first race featured a manufacturer Mitsubishi, I thought, you know what, why not go with the Mitsubishi Group 3, which I did. I also am starting in 15th out of 16th because I didn't put up a qualifying time. Again, me seeing if I can make my way through up the order. But as you can see, Racing Mediums, Group 3s, at Dragon Trail Gardens. It's a rolling start this time. So basically that will negate any wheel spin that I would get as opposed to like a standing start. I would get a massive amount of wheel spin and I would have to put on. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of different manufacturers: Volkswagen, Porsche, Toyota, Mitsubishi, Ford. But here we are, heavy braking into the very first corner. Looking to the outside of this Volkswagen Beetle, I lift off because I'm afraid I'm going to go off, and that just gives the Volkswagen Beetle ahead of me the position. There we go. Braking again, and I see the caution, and I'm just like, what the hell is going on? And then I see to my right, as I just passed my guy off in the gravel, so I'm just like, okay, that explains it. So then I am now promoted into 14th. Here we go, braking again. I don't know what corner is this. Right behind me, though, as you can obviously see, I didn't even notice this until I watched the replay. I didn't even realize, but two cars go off there. I don't know how. I guess they both missed their braking point. But here, I'm gonna see if I can make it. I'm gonna take a look on the inside of this Volkswagen Beetle, and as you can see, not very much grip with the Racing Mediums as I basically just fishtail out of there. But here we go, side by side with the Volkswagen Beetle. The Volkswagen Beetle somehow is able to keep up side by side, but he just keeps me in position. Here we go, heading into heavy braking into the chicanes right here. And as you can see, multiple different manufacturers, because apparently this track doesn't favor one. Because as you know with Gran Turismo Sport, you will see like, especially with these kind of races, you will see like one car or like one manufacturer dominate the qualifying standings, and everybody will be using that. But as you can see, there actually was no, like, I remember when I was looking into the top 10 qualifying times, I think there were like 8 different manufacturers within the top 10. So that goes to show that this track, and this track car combo at least, shows that basically anybody can be. And here we go again, caution flag again ahead of me. This time it was for, I think, just another guy going wide, and I didn't notice this until I watched the replay. Again, the guy right behind me spun, didn't even realize that. All I knew was that the guy right behind me, I guess, either just chose to quit, I guess, because now we are down to 13 people out of the original starting 16. But here we go, heavy braking into the hairpin, shifting down into first, and I found that I got a lot more grip rather than starting in second for some reason. But here we are, up through the gears. This car does have 6 gears, the Group 4, which we'll see later on. has fewer. Don't know why, but it is what it is. But as you can see right ahead of me, we can see the a Ford, and I think that's a Toyota. Yeah, Toyota Supra, battling ahead of me, and that basically allows me to catch up, I think, because they're so focused on battling with each other and slowing each other down that they don't realize that I'm still here. But anyways, 15th up to 12th, I made up 3 places already, heavy braking into the first corner. This time I took the corner a little bit better. I don't think it's what the Mitsubishi can do, though. I think the Mitsubishi, I could take a better line through there. Then again, this is my first time racing this car at this track, so... But here we are, again, heading through these weird, like, I don't know, I want to say this is one corner, and as you can see, I look to the inside of the Toyota, and I get that move done. And we proceed to split another car that apparently went wide, I think. I think that was the car that we saw in the previous shot. Toyota on the background goes wide, don't know why, missing checkpoint, I'm guessing again. And there I go, I'm promoted into 10th, we're within the top 10 now. Now what's going through my mind is basically, now I see the Ford GT ahead of me battling it out with another manufacturer, which I can't quite tell. But, of course, me being the racer that I am, I decide, you know what, I'm gonna push. Sure, I've already made like 5 places, but you know what, I want to improve that. So, here we go. Acura, the Honda ahead of me having trouble, I think. I think the Ford may have gotten into him a little bit on the prior corner. And here we go, heading on to the penultimate lap, lap 4 out of 5. Heavy braking down through the gears, and as you can see, I have now caught up to both of these manufacturers. Ford's to my outside, I'm just trying to see if I can make it stick, which I do, but that Ford GT with its massive amount of straight line speed hangs there with me, and I just decide to just let him go. So I had 9th for a brief moment there, but I know that I'm probably going to get up to it. Heading uphill now for this braking into the right-hander right here. Not much really going on, I guess you can say. Just minding my own business. Then I see this, and I'm just like, who the hell is wrecked here? Then immediately goes away, so I'm just like, alrighty, it must be one of the front runners. Regardless, I don't have to worry about it, so I stick to being in 10th, and I get in the draft of the Ford. I don't even know. Oh, wow, completely forgot that we lost once. Apparently somebody just ahead of me, and these guys apparently, I guess decided to quit, has now been promoted up to 9th place. I don't know if I'll go wide on that exit. I think that was actually the perfect apex, but that still doesn't... I just can't seem to get the right speed. Here we go, on to the final lap. Ford GT and the Honda ahead of me, jostling. I look to the inside of the Honda. I might have forced him out wide, I don't think I did. And I make that move stick, and I'm now up to 8th. Heading underneath the bridges. Or bridge, I think there's only one, I don't quite know. Before we head into this series of corners that we just all, I guess, hooked together as one. 10th and 11th behind me are currently battling out, but of course we're not worried about that. I'm worried about trying to see if I can catch the Ford with its massive straight line speed. I know here I got it under braking, but I just can't quite get the move done. But as you can see, I'm all over the back number of this Ford GT thinking, where am I going to go? Where am I going to make the move? Ford GT goes offensive, I go into the attacking, but I get bumped into him, so I decide to give the place back. And I go wide here because of the dirty air produced by the Ford GT, and that, I think, just settles it, or just confirms it for me that I'm just going to get 8th place. As you can see, I'm all over this GT's back bumper, but doesn't matter. Finish line's right there, and I got a respectable 8th out of started second to last, and I finished 8th. A respectable run. I would have to say just so something myself. So yeah, that was Daily Race B. And now we are heading on to the third and final race, which is a Daily Race C, and we're going to be racing in Group 4s, racing hards, for 2 laps around the Nordschleife. I, of course, me being as cocky as I am and me boasting about how much I know about this track, I decided to not put a qualifying time in, and sticking with the manufacturer Mitsubishi, I decided to go with the Mitsubishi Lancer Group 4 car. I don't know why it took so long for this thing to load, but here we are. Here we are, the third and final race. Group 4s at the Nordschleife. As you can see, a lot of different manufacturers. Mitsubishi. I think there was a Ford in here somewhere. But I start 17th out of 19th. It's going to be a standing start with false start, basically. So I had to get on the brakes here, basically. And the guy just ahead of me got a false start, so about instantly. Here we go. Green flag of the final race, and I get instantly promoted into position number 15th, and I am all over this Toyota 86. This is rear bumper. I look to the inside of him using my knowledge and expertise of the Nordschleife, and I instantly get that move done. Here we are heading downhill now into these fast sets of right turns. This is just a light lift over that corner. I think I can take that corner like no problem, but it doesn't matter. Heavy braking into these different sets of corners. I noticed that the Ford ahead of me is having trouble, so I know instantly that he is gonna slow us down. I try to look to the outside of him, but he just pushes me wide. So I'm just like, you know what? Okay, I'll just let you by. I don't want to fight with you early on. But here we are, heading over to Flats. Don't know if I'm pretty sure I butchered that. Basically, as you can see, this is essentially one of 3 jumping spots here at the Nordschleife. After 2015, they actually had to repave and reconfigure it, I think, actually, because of a unfortunate crash that happened there. And I tried to fake out the Ford Mustang GT by putting on my right blinker and passing to the left, but he saw through me, so he was able to, I guess, just stop my momentum, and I was, of course, forced to just hang behind him, wait for the right moment. As you can see, a multitude of different manufacturers. Lamborghini. Again, this racetrack, like, when I looked at the top 10 for qualifying stats, I noticed that there were a lot of Toyota 86s, but there was one Lamborghini in there within, like, the top 7, I think. Speaking of Lamborghini, a Lamborghini right now ahead of me has a little bit of a problem. 3 cars go wide, the Ford Mustang, the Lamborghini, and the Toyota 86 right behind them. I didn't think I pushed them wide. I don't know if I pushed them wide. If you're watching this video and you are a part of this, I'm sorry. As you can see, though. But here we are heading into, I want to say, this is the left ear of the pig circuit. I call this the pig circuit because of how much it looks like a pig's head. Especially if you look in the top right corner. Here we are heading into the slowest part of the track. And Mitsubishi Lancer Group 4 only has 5 gears to go with. I have no idea why. But it does. Chevrolet Corvette battling it out ahead of me with a Lamborghini in tow. Of course, I'm just trying to, like, just find my way past these guys because I know I'm quicker than them. I know I have a lot more experience than them. That's probably just me being cocky. And the Ford Mustang ahead of me with a 0.5 second penalty. I assume that is for exceeding track limits. Here we go, I look to the inside of the Lamborghini here and I make that move stick and I get promoted up to 10th now. Started 17th out of 19 starters. We have now lost 3 and we are barely even halfway around the corner. Halfway around the circuit. But yeah, for some reason the Mitsubishi Lancer, with this configuration, it has 5 gears and the 5th gear is abnormally long, so that... I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, but it is what it is. Here I am jousting with the Lamborghini. I don't know if I'm pushing wide, I'm sorry if I do. But if I did, I'm sorry, I don't think I did. But right now, I'm just focusing on trying to catch up with the Chevrolet Corvette ahead of me, which I basically have now, heading into the carousel part of the North July. Probably could have been taking better, but I got a better exit than the Corvette ahead of me, but that doesn't mean anything because the Corvette just has a fantastic amount of acceleration. Decent top end speed, so I'm just forced to just hang in behind. Especially as we head into now the most technical parts of the track, I would say. As you can see, I am all over this guy's rear bumper, and I'm trying to find my way, but I just cannot. Trying to do everything in my power without basically just wrecking this guy in order to get by him. I'm all over this guy's bumper, and I don't know why, but he was braking so much for these corners. And I'm thinking to myself, alright, I already know I'm going to get past you. And here is where I attempt to make my first move, basically, but he, of course, proceeds to door me, and I'm just like, alright, you know what, no, I'll just let you have the position, I'm not going to fight with you. I have a lot of race left to go. And here we are, heading into the part of the track where, essentially, in the 24 hours, you catch air 3 times. That's air caught number 1 out of 3 within, like, the span of, like, 30 seconds, I think. Heading downhill, a little bit of air, don't quite know. The car definitely got light. And then here we are again, car got light again. Fast sets of left, right, lefts, heading into a heavy braking into this right corner. And of course I'm just like, alright, I've had enough, so I just give him a little love tap. He goes wide, and because there's so little clearance with this track, he goes into the sand trap, and that's basically me promoted up to 9th. Through the mini carousel, heading downhill, then uphill, before letting off. And then we have a couple of, I guess, right-hand corners, I think, before we head on to the Dottingham straight. I'm pretty sure I butchered that, but regardless, it's the longest straight that the FIA has basically certified. The reason why the 24 Hours of Le Mans circuit has two kinks is because I guess they found with the speeds with the LMP1 region, they found that it was too quick for the FIA standards, so they just basically told the organizers of that race to find a way to shorten that straightaway. And as you can see, ahead of me we have 2 cars get together, and I don't know what the hell happened, but I guess they just got really dicey, beaten and banging, and eventually one of them had to go. But there I go, I'm promoted now into 7th. Heading on to the final lap. But going back to the story, basically, of the Nottingham Hole being the longest FIA certified racetrack. Basically, the FIA told the Le Mans organizers to either shorten the straightaway or lose your FIA certification. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I know that they had to add it because the straightaway, the Mulsanne straight at least, was too long, and the cars went too fast, I think, for their own good. And it was either the FIA or some organization, and it was Yeah. So the organizers added the two kinks that the two chicanes basically that you see, and now modern day F1 heading over to Platts again. But now we are heading into what I think is the fastest part of the racetrack. And as you can see just ahead of me, I think that is a Volkswagen, indeed it is. But yeah, heavy braking, we're headed to Ahadanaw Forest, I think, underneath the Yokohama sign, which serves as a timing checkpoint. Fast sets of left corners before heading uphill and braking for, I guess, this corner right here. I don't know what this is called. This is one of the corners on the North Shore that I've noticed that has a decent amount of runoff. Everywhere else, I think you are separated by only about a meter, depending on where you put your car. 90% of the North Shore lives, at least with the North Loop circuits, 90% of all the corners are blind. So essentially, if a car wrecks out ahead of you in another corner, you will not be able to see it until it's too late, basically. But here we go. We still have 60 players now. I don't know why. I don't know why anybody would basically leave now. We're on the final lap. You basically just try to race what you get. But I basically now made up 10 positions, I think. I started 17th. Again, as you can see, a lot of different manufacturers, Ford, Mitsubishi, Volkswagen, Audi ahead of me. Basically, I've been able to use my knowledge of the track to basically... I've been able to use my knowledge plus the mistakes of all the other drivers ahead of me in order to actually gain 10 positions. But here we are heading to fast sets of a fast right corner where we have to brake for this left. And then here we are. This is probably one of the more faster parts of the racetrack, I think. Pretty sure this section is all high speed left-hand kinks, basically. The slipstream will often help with basically setting yourself up for the corner right about here. The Group 3s will often take this corner flat out. If they don't, they just lift. But as you can see, I cannot. I know I can't take that flat out, so I just lift, and I am now all over the back bumper of this Volkswagen. Of course, by now having done the two races before, I am exhausted, I'm sweaty. I tried to look to the inside here of this Volkswagen, but I guess the front wheel drive of that thing is better than my four-wheel drive, I think, of the Mitsubishi. I don't quite know. Here we are, heading again into the carousel for the final time. Volkswagen ahead of me gets very, very drifty, but saves it. I think that's probably due to its front engine front-wheel drive configuration. But here we are, heading past I think these are the, I don't quite know. But I give the guy ahead of me a little love tap. I'm basically just fed up being behind him, and I didn't tap him that hard on my screen, but he just absolutely shot ahead of me and just went off. I didn't get a penalty for it, which I think is due to the fact of my ping level being a little bit higher than his. But here we are. Now we are heading into one of the more technical parts of the track. And again, here, I am trying my best to cleanly pass by this guy. But he parks it on the apex perfectly, and that forces me to take risks. So I just resort to, I guess, racing behind him because I know that I'm probably going to be able to get him, but if he races dirty, like if he decides to door me, I know I'm going to be. Here we are, heading past the part where you literally, you'll feel your car get light, if not catch air within 3 times within like the span of like 20 seconds, I think. But as you can see, I am all over the back of this Audi. I'm trying to find ways, looking to the left, looking to the right. I eventually resort to going to the right, but he just forces me wide. And that just ruins any chance I have of basically catching up to this guy. Regardless though, I'm heading into the mini carousel for the final time. Decent exit, I guess. And slight lift, I don't know if I break through that corner before we head on to the Dodinger Hole straightaway. I think it's like 2 kilometers, I think, this straightaway. And it's basically the only part of this track where basically you are able to slipstream with the person ahead of you if you're right behind them and use the slingshot maneuver to get past them. Again, this Mitsubishi only having 5 gears, I don't understand why, so I basically have a lot of trouble just accelerating, trying to catch up, I guess. Here we are underneath the Bilstein sign, left-hand kink, downhill now. Before we head into the heavy braking for the final set of corners. By now, I'm still trying, but I know that I'm not going to get to him. In fact, I think I actually push him wide here. But, there we go. I think I gained like 11 positions that race, so I would have to say, despite me not being able to gain 12, I am still happy with it. So, that'll be it for this video. As always, guys, leave a comment down below if you have any suggestions for new games you want me to play. If you do suggest a new game and I do play it, record it, upload it, or live stream it, you will get a shout out in that video live stream as well. Leave a like on this video if you like the content I'm uploading, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button, and bump it up to all notifications so you'll be notified of when I upload a live stream. And as always, guys, my name is Miguel, and I will see y'all in the next video.